Whoa. I'm Isaac. I'm the Sassones warrior. My name is Toxus Petralius, one of the great Sassones warriors of Thrace. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. You could say this is a backstory filler speech designed to give me time to remember what I was going to say originally, but it's definitely not. So anyway, like I said, I grew up in Thrace. It's a pretty nice place if you ask a native. But us cultured horsemen are apparently barbaric to the Greeks. If you ask me, they're too smart for their own good. They think too much air on the open seas. They should experience some good old horseback riding. Maybe some javelin throwing, too. So, I live close to the Danube River, so my village would occasionally receive the outcast Greek banished to my homeland. Now, contrary to popular belief, us Thracians are not evil barbarians. We received every outcast and treated them like they were one of our own. I lived, for the first 10 years of my life, with a Greek father and a Thracian mother. My father would tell me stories of the great Odysseus, hero of the Trojan War. Now, that particular subject is one my parents are touchy on. My father, a Greek, believes that the Trojans were unjust in stealing Helen from Menelaus. But my mother, the daughter of a Sassones who fought the Greeks at Troy, believes that the Greeks were stupid and shouldn't have gone after the strumpet in the first place. Now, if you don't know what strumpet means, it's basically hoe. But my mom wouldn't let me say hoe. When I was 11, I began my training as a Sassones. I got my horse, I made my first javelins, and I went on my first raid. Let me tell you, that was some fun. We rode to a village a couple days north and waited till nightfall. At midnight, we struck. Now, the villagers put up a respectable effort, but they were no match for our superior speed and tactics. I swung my sword left and right, killing a man with every blow. My horse galloped through the streets, inspiring fear throughout their ranks. At the end of the raid, no man was left standing, and that day, I became a man myself. Now, many years have passed since then, and today there's a grand tournament in the capital. Men and boys from all across Thrace will be traveling to come compete in various competitions, ranging from horse racing to swordsmanship. I plan to make a grand entrance and win all of the competitions in one fell swoop, because did you see those riding skills? My horse is the best horse. She is the fastest mare I've ever seen. And the sword fights, please, with this sword and these mad ninja skills, there's no way I can lose. See, the grand prize for the winner of the tournament is the finest set of javelins and the finest sword in all the land, along with various other riches and honors, my favorite of which is the daughter of the king's hand in marriage. She's quite beautiful, you know. Her beauty rivals that of Helen of Troy or the goddess of love, Aphrodite. I hear she has the stamina of a great Sassones warrior, too. So that should be fun. Swing. Didn't see that. I'm sure that once I win the tournament, she'll be thoroughly impressed with me. I'm handsome. I'm a skilled warrior. I can sing okay. That's just a small portion of my many skills.
Plus.
Plus, I'm obviously a total badass. Fine.
My little brother.
My little brother aspires to be like me. I see him riding a small horse, swinging about a tiny wooden sword, all the time when I'm at home. Don't tell him this, but I'm not actually a god. I know, I fight, and look like one. I still bleed just as much as you or you. As long as he doesn't know, I still get these tiny little presents when I come home, and they're great. It's really nice of him. My older brother, I expect to be a great craftsman one day. I mean, look at this shield. He made it all on his own, and it works just as well as if it was made by a master armorer. I've saved myself countless times with it. But we're not here to talk about him. Let's refocus on the future champion of Thrace over here. If you don't believe in my skills, ask the countless foes I've slaughtered like cattle. Oh, actually, don't do that if you're squeamish, because there's lots and lots of blood, and not as many heads as there were before. It was a lot of fun for me. Not them, they died. Dying is not fun. Don't do that. It sucks. But if you're okay with the sight of headless corpses, be my guest. The conversation won't be very fruitful, mind you, but I appreciate the effort. So I have a question. What happens to the people who lose the tournament? I've myself have competed in several small-scale tournaments before, and I've not lost one yet. But I've had many friends who've competed with and against me in the same tournaments, but they lost many an event, and I've never seen them since. It's a slightly more somber topic than I'm used to, but it's one that interests me. Maybe I could lose a practice match one day. Maybe. Nah, I don't relish the thought of forfeiting, because that's obviously the only way I'd ever lose. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must ride to the tournament. Moonshine away!